Here's another video showing some SkyTools tweaks and tips. Last night you were looking at the Owl Nebula and M108. Let's go to Owl Nebula, call up the Interactive Atlas, and there it is. Let me zoom in. You can zoom by dragging a box. I'm sure you figured that out. Let me drag a box on the Owl and M108. If you want to know how far apart objects are in the chart, you can right-click on an object like M108 and get angular measurement. Let me adjust the size of the Interactive Atlas so you can actually see the bottom. So right-click on M108, angular measurement, click. You notice this line appears. And you notice at the bottom right above the Hickson 50 sign, you can see the length changing and the position angle changing. So if you get over to the Owl, it says you're about 48 minutes of arc apart. That's a little bit over 3/4 of a degree. So if you know the field of view for your setup, then you can determine if something will fit in the field. You can zoom out a little bit more. Let's go to another target, like I'm zooming out. Let's go to M8182. How far apart is M8182? Right click, angular measurement. And for the full extent of M82, M81, you're looking at about 3/4 of a degree from the center of M81. So that's a handy tool for determining if something will fit in your camera's field of view. Another useful tool involves setting up your telescopes. I'm assuming that you've done this, but if you click on your telescope list, in my case I'm going to bring up the C8 Hyperstar, and I've put in all the parameters, 8-inch, f2.1, equatorially mounted. But as far as cameras, I've defined a few cameras for use with the scope. There's my list. I have the DS16C, the Universe, the DS2.3 Plus, and an irregular Malin cam like an Exterminator or an Extreme. DS2.3 Plus, which is what you have. Click on it. So go to your list of your camera pool, and I've created a few cameras. Under video and webcam, I have a DS2.3 Plus. The main parameters that you have to put in edit are the pixel size and the number of effective pixels. And I've defined it as a video camera. So you can get the pixel size off of the Malicam site. You can get the number of effective pixels off the Malicam site, and then just define your camera name. Same thing with the DS16C. Smaller pixels, a lot more of them. So I'll define that camera. So there's my camera list that I've assigned to this scope. I also have a few eyepieces that I've assigned, just one generally, a 20mm, just for if I want to get an eyepiece view. Once you've defined your cameras, you can use the context viewer to show the camera field of view on the atlas. So let's go back to the Owl Nebula, right click, Interactive Atlas, and there it is. This little icon up here next to the preference tool is the context viewer. Click on context viewer, and as you see, I got the field of view. Let me pull this over. This is the, I want to go to the right camera. Let's go to the C8 Hyperstar. I want to go to the Malicam DS2.3 Plus. This shows the field of view on an 8-inch Hyperstar with a DS2.3 Plus. Let me move it off for now. Zoom out a little bit on this, and you can see the white box is the field of view. And you can rotate the box so as you can see with a DS2.3 Plus on an 8-inch Hyperstar, you have a much bigger field of view. I just right-clicked somewhere in between the two, center view, and you can see at M108, the Owl Nebula fits easily inside of the DS2.3 Plus on an 8-inch Hyperstar. In your case, you have a CPC 925 with Hyperstar. So I've called up and I created a new telescope called CPC 925 Hyperstar. It's a Schmidt-Cassegrain. It's 9.25 inches. Focal length, focal ratio is f2.3 with the Hyperstar. And I think it is mirrored left, right, up, down, normal, alt, as. And I've assigned a camera, the Malicam DS2.3 Plus, to it. So OK, done. So that is a new camera and telescope combination. So let's go to the Interactive Atlas. Let's go to the context viewer. Drag it over here. I want to change this to CPC 925 Hyperstar. Malicam DS2.3 Plus. And then let's center the view. Let's right click between the two. Center view. Rotate the view. You can orient and turn the box to try to match your field of view. I think last night that's pretty close to what you saw. And this is the chart provided for the C925 Hyperstar DS2.3 Plus. So using this tool, you can see how other targets will fit in your field of view. So let's close this. Let's go back to the chart. Let's go back to Bodie's Galaxy. Let's go to Interactive Atlas. There it is. Let's center the view between the two. There's your context viewer window, and let's bring it up. And as you turn the box, you can see how the targets are going to appear. Let me move this over a little bit more, turn it a little bit more. But there's 81, 82 in the same field of view. Let me move this to the side, turn it a little bit more. And there they are. So that way you can tell if the targets will fit in your field of view.